Yoga laptops by Lenovo are almost always powerful machines. So is the Yoga 910 an exception? Well, let's find out. I'm Andrew with Your Tech Explained, and this is the Lenovo Yoga 910 review. First off, the Yoga 910 isn't cheap. Pricing starts at around $1,049, but if you have the money to put towards a beast of a 3-in-1, then you should probably give the 910 a chance. First of all, the hardware is amazing. We've seen the watch band hinge on previous models and we love it. Some people don't necessarily like it, but I think it's a nice touch. The top of the Yoga is super minimal, with the Lenovo Yoga on the bottom corner and the Yoga logo on the top taking the cake. The bottom of the laptop is mainly just a couple of speakers, which sound pretty decent. On the left side lay two USB Type-C ports, which is a comfort to see in 2017. One is used for power and data transfer, and that being the case, the 910 is USB Type-C charged, which is faster and easier to manage. The right side holds a USB 3.0 port and an audio jack, followed by a power button. There are a lot of mixed feelings about the keyboard on the 910, and some don't like it because it's so flat, but I actually don't mind it. It isn't the most comfortable keyboard in the world, but there's definitely enough feedback to qualify as a good keyboard. It's backlit as well, so even in the dark you can usually get some work done if you need to. On the other hand, the touchpad is extremely nice. I don't usually use touchpads even on laptops, but I don't mind using this one. There's also a fingerprint sensor, which I've come to rely on when logging into my computer. Every time I power on the Yoga 910, I instinctively put my finger on the sensor, which is nice to have. The sensor itself works really well, accurately reading my print 85% of the time. The screen is just stunning. Of course, I have to go into detail, but I wish I could just leave it at that. The 4K display comes in at 13.9 inches and has a resolution of 3840 by 2160. The display is super crisp and clear, so just being able to record the screen doesn't do it justice. The 910 is touch enabled, bringing the whole 3-in-1 thing to life. Being able to change from laptop to tablet mode can be a huge plus too. The only thing I'm conflicted about is the camera positioning. I understand why they put it at the bottom of the screen, which is to have it at the top when the 910 is positioned in tablet mode, but when I video call I usually do it in PC mode. I'm just not sure how I feel about the camera being at the bottom of the screen when in PC mode. Anyways, let's move on. Performance is incredible on the 910. It's everything you should expect out of a modern laptop. With 16 gigs of RAM, up to 1TB SSD, and an i7 processor, this computer can pretty much handle it all. I've even played some games like Rocket League on it, and it was able to hold on for dear life while I put it through the ringer. While the graphics were on the lowest settings, that's still pretty decent for a laptop like this. So with that said, it'll obviously have no problem handling other things you needed to do, like office work or even a little bit of video editing. I was also able to edit all of our CES 2017 videos on this guy, and it didn't crash once. The only true downside of this PC is the fan volume. When you do something like photo or video editing, the computer gets hot. While the fans do keep this beast cool, they're also pretty loud. I've shown the PC to a few people just to get their thoughts on the computer, and when the fans kick in, they get pretty surprised. Just keep that in mind when looking into the 910. The fans don't really come on too often anyways, but during the amazing battery life of the 910, you'll probably hear them every once in a while. The Yoga 910 has a battery that'll let you play and work for a long time. Theoretically, I should be able to get 10-hour video playback, and that doesn't seem inaccurate at all. Video editing and video playback doesn't even seem to put a dent in the battery life. I never really had to worry about battery life at all, which is something you always wanted in a PC. So with all that being said, that'll do it for the review of the Yoga 910. Overall, the Yoga 910 is great. It has the 3-in-1 mobility as well as power to back it up. It's sleek and thin, making for easy use and transport. It also has a loud fan, but other than that, I love the Yoga a lot. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and if you have one or looking to purchase one. Subscribe if you like to, and check back for more content like this weekly. We'll see you next time on Your Tech Explained.